All right, first and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Hamashiach, Yahushua. Let's get this.
The book of Sirach, chapter 10 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
A wise judge,
What does it say?
a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered.
A wise judge is going to instruct his people in righteousness. It says, and a prudent man will what?
And a prudent man, the government of a prudent man is well ordered.
The government of a prudent man, everything is going to be established in order. Upright and justice, decent, in order. Get that in 1 Corinthians chapter 14 and verse 40, Malachi. 1 Corinthians chapter 14 and verse 40. Swap him real quick. I want that precept next. Bring it up.
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 14 and verse 40.
Bring it out.
Let all things be done decently and in order.
What the Bible say?
Let all things be done decently and in order.
See, what people don't understand is that we all are supposed to be future judges of this earth, especially the elect. People try to say that you can't judge. People try to say it's unrighteous to judge things. But here within this lesson, you're going to see that it's a natural and normal thing, and it's actually ordained by the Most High God that the Israelites be able to judge matters.
Come on.
That they be able to judge matters. Men are supposed to be able to judge between righteousness and wickedness, good and evil. So we're going to pull down some strongholds today that's been cast on our people through Catholicism and Christianity, how you're not supposed to judge people and you can't judge nobody. There's understanding. Because it says a wise judge will instruct his people. It says everything needs to be done decently in order. If something got a whole bunch of chaos, what you supposed to do? You're supposed to make a judgment, say, dang, this is out of order and this is chaotic. And then you cast judgment that way and you put it in order. When people say you can't judge nobody, well, if my son is being bad, what am I supposed to do? Not judge it? Not say that it's bad? What are we saying? Sometimes people get confused. They confuse. Dahawan, what you bring out the other time we talked about judgment? When we go into judging, they confuse casting a judgment of damnation and just making a call to use wisdom, a correction. When your child is bad, you're supposed to judge it as bad and you're supposed to spank them.
I think you're gonna execute them.
Nah, some people don't understand that. They don't understand this. They don't understand some of the smallest matters. Right? Let me get that real quick in Deuteronomy chapter 1.
It's the book of Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 17.
No.
You should not respect persons in judgment.
You're not supposed to. When you got an actual judge who, I mean, we talking about an actual judge who sits on the judgment seat and look, he got the power to condemn somebody to death. You can't be a respecter of persons. What does that mean? When you go into the book of James, it teaches you when you do judgment, you finna grab it? Yeah, grab it, Baba Kasha. Let's grab it. I want to say James 1. James 2 and 3. You can start at 1.
The book of James chapter 2 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
My brethren, have not the faith of our Lord, Yahweh Shai Mashiach, the Lord of glory, with respect of persons.
So you can't have respect of persons. Come on.
For if there come unto your assembly a man with a gold ring and goodly apparel, and there come in also a poor man in vile raiment, and ye have respect to him that weareth the gay clothing, and saith unto him, sit thou here in a good place, and say to the poor, stand thou there.
Hey, so you got to be careful when you identifying people. You can't be too hasty and have these big old judgments. And you got the guy who comes in with the nice clothing. He got the good cologne. He got Valentino on. He got the gold teeth. And you say, come on, brother, come up here. And then you got another brother who come in. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got it all. He ain't got the nice shoes on. You still should treat the brothers fair. You should treat them evenly.
That's right.
Because you don't want to be a respecter of persons. And it's even tenfold whenever you're literally in the office of a judge. When you're in the office of a judge, because this is twofold. You make judgments all day, every day. Okay, I'm at the light. What's the fastest way to get there? Should I go left or should I go right? You're making a judgment. But when you're talking about the office of a judge, you have to be very responsible and not be a respecter of persons. Come on.
It says, or sit here under my footstool. Are ye not yet, Salakia, are ye not then partial in yourselves, and are become judges of evil thoughts? Hearken, my beloved brethren, hath not God chosen the poor of this world?
Right, so now James is correcting you. If you casting judgment strictly based off of looks, that's wicked. That's wicked. That's you being partial yourself. That's not good for us common people. Common people of the nation of Israel, we can't be so hasty like that. And it's even tenfold whenever you actually hold the office of a judge. That makes sense? Come, go ahead.
It says, hearken, my beloved brethren, hath not God chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith, and heirs of the kingdom which he hath promised to them that love him?
Hey, this is what he said. You got to be careful with doing things like that, because the Most High take the man that's on the bottom. The Most High take the man who's poor. The Most High take the underdog. He'll take the guy who's short. He'll take the guy who isn't eloquent. He'll take the guy who isn't the wisest. He'll take the guy who isn't the strongest. He'll take the guy who isn't the most capable. Look at King David, our most infamous king. He took him. When you compare David to the rest of his brothers, Samuel was like, well, surely it's not him. It must be, it should be the first son that came in. He was the mightiest. But then he said, the Lord said, nah, not him. It's another son. Then you got David coming in. Samuel was caught off guard, like, dang. So the Most High God, when you read the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 1, I believe it says he chooses the foolish to confound the wise. The Most High God, he clever. He love an underdog. That's how the Most High show his power. Come? Let's go back to this in the law, because you don't want to be a respecter of persons. A judge is required. This is a law that was placed on the judges. When you hold the office of a judge, like the brothers that was a representative in the Sanhedrin, you can't be a respecter of persons. And guess what? We are a nation of king and priests. You understand? Go to that in Exodus, Baba Kasha. Exodus, let me see. I want to say 19:2. Check that real quick. Yeah. Hold on, I can grab it real quick. Exodus chapter 19, verse 5. Bring that up.
The book of Exodus, chapter 19 and verse 5.
Yo.
Now therefore, if you will obey my voice indeed,
If we obey the Most High God's voice and we follow him, have a sincere heart, come on,
and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure.
then what?
Then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests.
A kingdom of what?
A kingdom of priests, and an holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel.
And this is the level that we're trying to get to. Even if you don't hold the office of an actual judge, like let's say brothers go to, they have a situation, this brother claiming this brother stole something from him, guess what they would do? They would take it to the judge, the person who actually holds the office of a judge. What we need to do as a people is have the same kind of understanding within ourselves. You're going to see this in the New Testament being echoed. There should be men among us, even though you're not an actual judge, even though you're not a Levitical priest, you should have enough understanding to be able to make certain judgment calls in your life between good and evil. Because we are a holy nation, a set apart people, a kingdom of priests, wise and understanding, where all of the nations going to say, dang, surely this is a wise and understanding people. See what I'm saying? So we got to take these different things. Even though this law is for a judge, as future kings of this world, we got to understand judgment. Or brothers disagree. Brothers don't like righteousness. Brothers don't like judgment. Brothers don't like matters like this. Brothers just want to play 2K. Brothers just want to smoke. No, we want to be understanding.
Right.
We want to be able to handle affairs. Look, I've been reading this new book. I'm not gonna grab it. Yeah, Jewish pirates of the Caribbean, and bro, our people were mighty, mighty.
Touching stuff.
I mean, touching stuff. We was making whop, but it's because we was understanding. It's because we had wisdom. It's because we knew how to make judgment calls. Because we knew how to establish ourselves as a nation. Because we can actually have we can settle disagreements between ourselves. We gonna see it in the scriptures. I'm gonna show you in the letters of Paul how we supposed to be able to handle these matters amongst ourselves. If Zion, I think Zion stole something from me, there's no way in hell I should be taking him to downtown Tulsa. We in Tulsa right now, yeah? There's no way we should be having to take it to their courthouse. We should be able to handle it amongst ourselves. Because brothers then extrapolated extra scriptures like Deuteronomy chapter 1. We should be able to take it to one of the leaders in our camp and be like, okay, this happened. We should be able to come to some sort of arrangement or agreement, or understanding, or the truth, and be able to move past it as brothers. Huh? Judgment is important. And it can't be respect as a person. Imagine if I had something going on with Shema, and then we take it to the elders of the camp, and the elders of the camp just go with Shema because they like him more. That's not.
He dressed better.
He got on the ring.
He taller.
Brother got more beard hair, so they like, hey, I'm gonna go with Shema.
He's been in the truth longer.
He been in the truth longer. Surely, you see what I'm saying? That's not righteous judgment, right? You got a precept? Con, that's excellent.
Con, it's the book of John chapter 7 and verse 24. It says, judge not according to the appearance, but judge righteous judgment.
Do what?
But judge righteous judgment.
What the Bible say?
But judge righteous judgment.
That's what people like, no. You can't judge people. It say judge not according to appearance. Judge righteous judgment. You got to judge righteously. Everybody should say, well, what's righteous judgment? You go into the law, statutes, and commandments, and it teach you how you're supposed to judge. It teach you what's right. It teach you what's wrong. Okay, if somebody stole this from me, how do I get recompense? What are they supposed to give me in return? How much? And what if they sold that and I found out later? The Bible, it teach you exactly how you're supposed to be recompensed. How to deal with it. We got the account with Solomon. We got this one. Yeah, let's grab this one first. So the brother don't got to hold it for too much longer. This is excellent right here. And when people say you can't judge, you're not supposed to judge, look at what our beloved brother Paul got to say about it. Let's start from the top.
This is 1 Corinthians 6 in the GNT.
Bring it out.
If any of you have a dispute with another Christian, how dare you go before heathen judges?
What the Bible say?
How dare you go before heathen judges?
One more time.
How dare you go before heathen judges?
That's an abomination. We got a situation amongst the believers. And how dare you take it over there? How dare you take it over there? This is an in-house situation. We're going to handle this right here. You go talk to your brother one-on-one. He don't want to hear you back. We're going to take it to the captains.
That's right.
And we're going to get it figured out. That's how we're going to handle that. Go ahead.
If any of you have a dispute with another Christian, how dare you go before heathen judges instead of letting God's people settle the matter?
Instead of letting God's people settle the matter. And this is really going into a lawsuit. It's really going into things like that, because whenever in the scripture, you can take your brother to law, like take him to court to settle a matter, like a dispute. I'm just giving y'all some more insight, right? Go ahead.
Don't you know that God's people will judge the world?
Hold on, read that again.
Don't you know that God's people will judge the world?
No, that only God can judge me.
Don't you know that God's people will judge the world?
It's in the New Testament. It's in the New Testament. God's people is going to judge the world. Go ahead.
Well then, if you are to judge the world, aren't you capable of judging small matters?
If you already, it's already, what's the word I'm looking for? In Ephesians, established, like in the future, it's already been predetermined. It's already predetermined that the Israelites are going to be judges of the world. You're not qualified to judge these small matters in the church. You're not able to judge between the brothers and sisters in this church. That's why we have bishops. That's why we have elders, so that we can judge matters between ourselves. Go ahead.
Do you not know that we shall judge the angels?
Come on.
How much more than the things of this life?
So how much more the things that's around us every day? But let's go to where everything get mixed up. Go to Matthew chapter 7, King.
I was there.
You at Matthew 7?
Yes, sir.
All right.
1 through 5.
7 and 1. This is where everybody get confused at. This is where everybody get confused. You see how I got all of these scriptures? You starting to understand that, dang, you can't judge. You have to judge. It's a requirement. We can show you in Leviticus 19, if you see your brother in sin, what you're supposed to do? You're supposed to rebuke him. How dare you judge me? You got to make the judgment call. Hey, bro, that's not righteous. You got to be able to understand that. You got to be able to call it out. But righteous judgment, according to the law. Look, King, I'm only coming to you because the law say this. God said I got to come to you and tell you. You should already know. Maybe you forgot. Where your fringes at? Or, bro, you know, such and such. Whatever the case may be. Right? Let's get to it. This is where the confusion come in. Right? Let's get the understanding though. Go ahead. What's going on, y'all? We talking about the Bible if y'all want to pull up. The truth. You finna hit the stove? All right. If you stop back, bro, we're going to get you good. Go ahead.
Con, it's the book of Matthew chapter 7 and verse 1.
Right.
Judge not that ye be not judged.
Look, we already cooked. Christianity, Matthew chapter 7 says, judge not. We not moving no further. This is what Christianity want to do to you. It say what? Judge not. And they stop there. No more room for understanding. No more room for the rest of the verses. No more room for anything else. You ain't got to get right. You ain't got to change. You ain't got to nothing because it say judge not. Nobody should be casting any judgment. Right? But it says judge not that ye be not judged. Come on.
Verse 2. For with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged.
What does that mean? Well, however you judge somebody, that's how you're going to be judged by God. So if you judge someone just based off of their appearance and how they look or how they smell, guess what? The Most High going to judge you the same way. Yep. You done been funky plenty of times. You done had on some weird clothes plenty of times. You done had a hole in your garment plenty of times. You done, women, y'all done had y'all toes out and they wasn't done plenty of times. But guess what? When that woman walked through and you see her toes, the women got that bad. They quick. They don't be having no mercy out there. Women be quick to judge you according to appearance. Quick. And ain't no coming back. You know what I'm saying? And they be getting on other girls quick. She wrong for that. You don't even know if your sister going through something deep, going through something hard. You don't even know. But they quick. And you know, women can be really petty. And then you know, men, they get a little bit of money. Women get a little bit of money. They don't want to care. They don't care about nobody who's doing bad no more. No room for understanding. So it said, read that part, verse 2 again.
Con, it says, for with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged. And with what measure ye meet, it shall be measured to you again.
Right.
And why beholdest thou the mote that is in thy brother's eye?
Hold on, that's the point right here.
But considerest not the beam that is in thine own eye.
Come on.
Or how wilt thou say to thy brother, let me pull out the mote out of thine eye, and behold, a beam is in thine eye.
Look at that. What is Christ teaching right here in Matthew chapter 7?
Right.
He really teaching to not be a hypocrite.
Right.
He said, don't judge unless you want to be judged like that.
Right.
You telling your brother not to do this or to take this out of his own eye, and you doing it behind closed doors. Right? Go ahead.
It's like the account when they brought the woman who was caught in adultery. They brought him before Yahushua, and Yahushua told him, hey, whichever one of you is without sin, you cast the first stone. And they all was convicted, and they moved around.
They all moved around. So this is one thing that a judge has to do. He has to be considered. He has to be understanding. You can't be too hasty. Whenever you got a matter that's right before you, somebody bringing forth. What is saying in Sirach? When you go to law, when you go to a courthouse, the party that comes up first and present their case, they always look right. They the only one who told their side of the story. If you only hear one side of the story, guess what? You're going to probably be like, their story makes sense. And you're going to be more prone to go with they say. But guess what? When the other party, that's Proverbs, huh? Bring it out. And it's a lot that goes into judgment. It's a lot that goes into judgment. Go ahead.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 18, verse 17.
We're going to come back to that too.
He that is first in his own cause.
This is really going into judgment. He that brings forth his case in his own cause, go ahead.
He that is first in his own cause seemeth just, but his neighbor cometh and searcheth him.
Hey, but his neighbor, the one who comes up next, he come and confound them. You bring out your case, it sounded good, but then the judge hear out the other brother's case, and you got swept up, you got cooked up. His story make more sense now.
Yo, bro.
Yo,
bro.
Bro, you got a minute? You don't? You is not gonna come back. Hey, you know that's a sin to lie. You know that, right? You gonna come back? We're gonna see. Let's go back to this Matthew 7, because this is where everybody get called up. It says, judge not that you be not judged. Go ahead. I seen you had a point.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if a man owed you money,
Yeah.
like say $100, and he couldn't pay you back, and he had a good reason why, right? But if you just like are not being fair, if you're not being considerate, you know, a lot of people, if Malachi owed me 100 and his damn tire fell off and he used that 100 to fix his tire, that would be
Come on, bro. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Don't let her stop you, bro. That's your girl? Come on, bro. Don't let her stop you, bro. The stove? You just like the stove. Come on, bro. Because then it's going to take more time. You can't let that happen like that, bro. Let me get Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6, because I ain't going to take up too much of your time. Have you seen this out here before? No? One time. Okay, cool. All right, so you believe in the Bible a little bit? Okay. A lot of people got a distrust for the Bible, but don't. If you got a distrust for the Bible, at least go study it first. The Bible make a lot of sense, and it's your history. I'm pretty sure you got a father, and he African American, yeah? The African Americans is a unique group of people. We're not just slaves. Cast out the bag, we really some of the greatest people on earth. And let me show you what God said about the Negroes in America. We can prove everything we're saying with the Bible, with history. These is prophecies. This is our history. Bring that out, 7 and 6. Read it strong.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6.
Bring it out.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So that verse was kind of long, so I'm going to break it down to you. He said the Israelites. We not really African Americans. You know, I'm going to give you a quick fact. African American is a new term. Yeah, it is just a label. You know, it only came out, it's less than 100 years old. Like 1980s. Like your great grandmother, she wouldn't have known nothing about that. That's not our real identity. Before that, we were just Negroes. We wasn't even that. But what was we? We was kings. That's true. We is kings. We just read that in Exodus, right? A nation of kings and priests. That's 100% correct. But you got a nationality and a race. Like your race, that's just a title too. A king is just a title. It's just an office. But your race, you really want to know who your race of people are, your ethnicity, what your God-given nationality is. Like white people here tell you, I'm Poland. I'm Polish. Or I'm Spanish. You know the real Spaniards is actually white people. And they came and conquered the Mexicans. That's why they speak Spanish. We didn't always speak English. We really spoke Hebrew. That's what this is translated into from. This was Hebrew, but they translated it into English. See what I'm saying? But we really Hebrew Israelites. That's right. You ever hear somebody on Facebook talking about we the real Jews? No? How old are you? 16? See, okay, you ain't there yet, but you finna be there, because I'm finna plant it in you. I'm finna plant the seed in you right now. That's right. We the real Jews.
That's right.
When they talk about Christ in here, he was an actual Jew. He actually black. Somebody get that in Revelation real quick. Because people want to make it seem like, we probably ain't got the picture up here right now. No. People want to make it seem like Christ is white.
Right.
People want to make it seem like God is white. People want to make it seem like the angels is babies and they got these little arrows and Valentine's Day. People didn't celebrate no Valentine's Day.
Right.
The angels ain't little babies. The angels is, I mean, we can go into Ezekiel and get crazy.
Yeah.
Beefy, strong, fast, black.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? They you heard of the hero or the Marvel dude Flash. The Flash. You heard the Flash. He real fast. The angels move like that. It say it in the Bible. Exactly. It's really like that. But I'm gonna test you real quick. God called us what? The Hebrew. I'm giving you got two of them. I'll let you pass with two of them. There we go. Bango, bango, bang, 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 bang. That's got to stick. I'm gonna quiz you on that one more time before you go, because that's one of the most important things. That's gonna lead you to the rest of the truth. You might not be your time right now, but somebody. I was in this position. I was in your position around the same age, and some brothers taught me the truth. And I went home and kind of looked at it, but then I talked to a Christian pastor, and that everything went out the window. But years later, when I was a senior in high school, I heard somebody else teach the truth, and that's when the Most High really made me study it, and I woke up to who we really are. We really God's chosen people. You probably wonder why we in the ghettos. You look up the word ghetto, it's really going to tell you that's where the Jews are. It's ghettos all across the globe, and guess what? In all of these ghettos, you're going to find people like us. Different little shades, but they really God's chosen people. And we in these places on the bottom of society buying crispy, crunchy chicken. You should be eating steak. You should be eating the best fruit. All we got is cash savers. See what I'm saying? One grocery store, a few hood stores, and they selling pipes and scales. You're gonna see that, but that's a sign. Just how that right there, that's a sign. The curses, the bad stuff that our people go through, the Bible said that's a sign so you can know who we really are. All of the things I'm telling you, I'm just paraphrasing it up because I told you 2 minutes and I went over. So I apologize. But this is the truth, bro. You really got you too, sis. Really, I'm for real. You gonna find out you really God's chosen people. So we read Deuteronomy 7:6. We're gonna read it one more time because this is one of the most important scriptures you're gonna hear today. Read that again. Read it slow.
This is the book of Deuteronomy 7:6.
Yeah.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So God chose the Israelites to be special to himself. Then he said, above all people. Yeah, we made in God's image. That's right. But look, whenever we ask people, so do God got favorites and do God love everybody the same?
I say besides his first people. No.
Exactly. We his chosen people. But you know, since we his chosen people, whenever like y'all go out, according to the Bible, ain't no boyfriend or girlfriend, by the way. Y'all for real locked in. Sex is how you fulfill that. Y'all for real married. Y'all in there deep. Hold that down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's deeper than what you think, and it get a lot deeper. But listen, God said that you are special to Him and you above everybody else. Do you expect her to be loyal to you? You expect her? You got more expectations for her than all these other girls. All these other girls, they run around, chicken head, doing whatever. They ain't your girl though. That's how God feel about us. He got expectations for us, and they not the same as everybody else. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, what? Say that again.
So I always say the Lord, He makes your path, but we choose our ending.
Okay. That's some wisdom right there. Go to Deuteronomy chapter 11. Give me that required 10 and 12. And I'm gonna speed it up. I'm gonna give you a few things because I'm gonna show you this verse first. I'm getting a little ahead. Read that.
Yeah. This is the book of Deuteronomy 10 and 12.
Right out.
And now, Israel, what does the Lord thy God require of thee?
So God requires the Israelites to do certain things. That He don't put that on everybody, but He put it on us. Right? Go ahead.
But to fear the Lord thy God.
To fear God. Fearing God is like a code word for keeping His commandments. Like, say it again. Knowing boundaries. Exactly. When you fear God, you do what He say. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can defy Him. Good. Go ahead.
It says to walk in all His ways.
Right.
And to love Him.
Yep.
And to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul
Look at this.
To keep the commandments of the Lord.
To do what?
To keep the commandments of the Lord.
Read it one more time.
To keep the commandments of the Lord.
So this is one of my questions for you. I'm gonna go ahead and get your first quiz out the way. Who is God's chosen people? What did He call us?
He called us the Hebrew Israelites.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's perfect. We got that one out of the way. Now God said because you are a Hebrew Israelite, He requires you to keep His commandments. A lot of people believe, we was taught this, a lot of people believe that there's only 10 commandments. It's more than 10 commandments. It's a lot more than 10 commandments. It's nothing too crazy. It's stuff that you can do. Say it again. We don't even know the number. Well, people say it's 613, but don't be overwhelmed because there's thousands of laws that they got here in America, and y'all will be in trouble with these laws. You know how to stop at the stop sign. You know not to get caught selling crack. You know you can keep these, so you can really keep God's. And these is easier. Like some of the 613, not even for you. Some of us specifically for a priest. Some of these commandments is specifically for a king. Some of these commandments is specifically about land. We ain't got no land. They tell you how to till the land, if you planting seeds, and what you're supposed to do with the cattle. And if you got cattle, you can't muzzle his face when he's working. You see, those are different commandments that God put on our people, but they all good. Go ahead.
See the.
Say it again. This is our consequence. That's why we in this place. That's exactly right.
That's right. But look, the difference between the laws of America and the laws of God, when you keep God's laws, you get blessings for it.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. You get blessings for it. Man, you get a lot of, I ain't gonna lie, people think serving the Most High God and keeping God's commandments, it make it seem like you can't live. Bro, we turn up often. We turn up often. We got a feast day every week, a celebration every week, every month. So actually, how many weeks is it in a month? It's 4. And then on top of that, we got a new moon every month. So that's just 5 regardless. Every single month that's going to happen. You got the Sabbath day. And you know, today is actually a Sabbath. Like today, technically, you would have gotten in trouble. That would have actually been a sin because you bought something on the Sabbath. You're not supposed to buy stuff on the Sabbath. That makes sense? Sabbath is like a rest day where you chill. When you get older, you start working, you gonna see like, I need some, you're going to be tired. Because in America, they going to work you. They going to work you. So start locking in now on what you want to do. I'm not talking about NBA. I'm not talking about NFL. I'm not talking about rapping. I'm not talking about trapping. Exactly. But when it comes to making money, you still got people to take care of. You plan on having kids? You want kids? So you got to start thinking now like how you going to make money. You want to be an entrepreneur. You don't want to only make money by selling your time. You do.
Everybody can do anything.
Yeah, you can, especially you. Especially y'all. You got a good woman. She going to help you. Anything you're trying to do, you can do it. But you got to start having discipline now. You got to start keeping God's commandments now.
That's right.
You God's chosen people. He don't play. If you mess up and you do something wrong, He going to come to you quicker.
Yeah.
You see white people and Chinese people, they get to break God's commandments and God don't get on them quick because they not His.
Right.
We His. You know what I'm saying? You see when you have children, like your parents, you hanging out with your friends and your parents see you doing something wrong, see y'all doing something wrong. Is they going to whoop everybody or they mainly going to focus on you? Yeah, exactly. That's how God is with you. That's how God is with you. See, he everything I'm saying, I can tell that you understand it. That's good. Yeah, you're gonna be all right. What you got? You got okay. We're gonna bring this out, and I'm gonna let you go. All right. Okay. I gotta teach you something else. I want to teach you a few commandments.
I got one.
What you got? Okay, give me that. Get another one. Get the Leviticus 11. We're gonna get you some of the easier commandments that you can start with. All right, go ahead. It's okay. You right there in Leviticus. Go to Leviticus 19. Like you know the basics. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not murder. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Like you can never go. You know how the culture tell you you can take another nigga bitch. That's not good. You can't do that. You gotta right. You can only mess with a woman who don't belong to another man. That makes sense? No stealing from your brother. You can't be having sticky fingers. You can't do that. You gotta respect your parents. These are the commandments. That's right. If you break the commandments, what is that called? Bingo. 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 Breaking.
What's your name, bro? My name is D'Angelo. I've always been a SONSOFJACOBTULSA.
Look, he turned up. Yeah, stay with Leangelo. He kind of turned. Okay. All right. So what you got? Let's get this one first.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 11 and verse 7.
Bring it out.
And the swine.
And the what?
And the swine.
And the what?
And the swine.
And the what?
And the swine.
Swine is pork. Pepperoni pizza. Everybody love pepperoni pizza. Sausage. Pork sausage. That's nasty. Bacon. Nasty. No chitlins. No chitlins. No Thanksgiving ham. All of that come from it. Look, she like, oh, that's the one that's gonna give me. No pork. That's swine. Swine means pig. So watch what God say about the pig. God created all kinds of animals. He created all of this. But everything ain't food for us.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And the swine, though he divide the hoof.
So even though his foot is divided, so God he make it easy for us. When it comes to a clean beast that's on the earth, if it's cloven footed and it got like a hoof, you know what I'm saying? That's usually a sign that it's a food that you can eat, an animal that you can eat. So a pig is a particular case. They got the cloven foot, but he said even though it got the cloven foot, what did it say?
Eat Salahia. Though he divide the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud.
What that say?
Yet he cheweth not the cud.
So a pig, when he eat his food, he don't digest it any further. He only got one stomach. But if you compare it to like a cow, he got the cloven foot, like the split hoof, but he got multiple stomachs. So when he eat food, it digests better. That makes sense? Because he got multiple stomachs. And pigs, they eat anything. They eat rat. Would y'all eat a rat? Hell no. Them Chinese people might, but we don't do that. Because we God's chosen people. They eat octopus. I seen the damn eating the octopus. The arm was moving. He was eating it. I'm like, he was dipping it in some red shit. I'm like, nah, that ain't it. That's not us. That's them. Shrimp. We can't eat shrimp. That's not. Shrimp is what filters the water. Oysters, they filter the water. We got to eat clean seafood. Right? Let's keep reading though. Let's get this pig real quick.
It say, and the swine, though he divide the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud.
Watch this.
He is unclean to you.
Come on.
Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch.
So they dead bodies you shouldn't even touch. You can't eat that. That's not good. That's why you ever see somebody with they ankles be all swollen out here? You ain't ever seen that? You're not supposed to eat that. You're not supposed to, exactly. You're not supposed to eat that stuff, bro. But you'll see, exactly. We got all of these blood clots and heart diseases because we eating the wrong foods. We eating the wrong foods.
Also because the white people gave us a disease that came down from Germany.
Yeah, it was white people in Germany. Yeah. White people, yeah, it was white people in Germany. But yeah, they definitely poison our food. They doing these things strategic, bro. Strategic. We eat a lot of fast food. They strategically putting bad stuff in these foods. So monitor that, bro. So one commandment is not eating pig, not eating pork. Work on that for real. That's one sign that you can do. You don't even eat that? Easy work. You don't eat either. You don't eat that either. Okay. All praise to the Most High. Say it again.
Last time I tried, I even take a bite. Got me sick.
Yeah. And we not eating that. So what I encourage you to do, King, because I ain't trying to keep you all night. If you break God's commandments, what is that? That's sin. You right there. You gonna teach her all of this, huh? Okay, cool.
I got the Bible on my phone.
You got the Bible. See, you gotta stay on point, bro. Say it again.
JW Library.
Yeah, we use that. Yep. Jewish virtual library. That's what you talking about? JVL? Yeah, we use that too. We use a few different Bibles. Bro, we gotta get you turned. You 16. You got a flyer. Look at our YouTube on there, King. We got a YouTube down there at the bottom, Sons of Jacob. Check it out. Who are you according to God?
The Son of God.
Yeah? What is your identity?
Hebrew Israelite.
You a Hebrew Israelite. That's right. Get a brother a hand, man. Get a brother a hand. You got the basics, man. You got to keep God's commandments. And we didn't get to bring out the scripture about Christ, but you probably seen it before. He black. You seen that before? You have?
Probably not the original, right?
Let me show you that. And then we, for real, this is the last one. No precepts. Brothers, no more scriptures. This is the last one. Bring that out. Start at 14.
Yes.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 14.
Right.
His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow.
So his hairs, it actually tell you it was woolly. It was white like wool. Like this is woolly hair. This is woolly hair. Y'all got woolly hair. In the pictures that we see, it be stringy, you know what I'm saying? White people hair. That's one sign. Black people got the woolly hair. And he said it was white. They don't never make his hair white. They make it sandy blonde. You see what I'm saying? That ain't us. Go ahead.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Come on.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
It said what?
And his feet like unto fine brass.
You ever seen a penny before? Of course you have. It's like brass. It's like brown. It's actually not the same thing, but it's the same color. You see what I'm saying? It's brown. So read that again.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
So your feet, you take your shoes off. Your feet be in your shoes all the time, so they probably ain't as dark as the rest of your body. But it's basically the same thing. So if Christ got brown feet, the rest of his body brown too. Period. But watch what it say next.
As if they burned in a furnace.
His color on his skin was what?
As if they burned in a furnace.
So you know when we get the sun put on us, we start getting darker. He said Christ was a dark-skinned man. It was like he got burned in a fire. He was brown. He was dark-skinned. He looked like this brother Shema, this brother Malachi. Brown skin, dark skin. So if anybody try and paint the narrative that Christ is white, remember Revelation 1 and 14.
Right.
It's other scriptures like in Daniel and in Revelation 4. It tell you our forefathers was brown. It tell you that our forefathers, they would wear chains like you. It tell you they would have gold in their teeth. That's what we do. You give bro some money, he gonna go get, you know what I'm saying? He gonna go get a little drip.
Why do you think the black people have the most high-rated mining places? I don't know.
Say it again. Oh, mining?
Yeah, the mining places,
Yeah.
they massacred us because they want to take control of it.
Like in Africa.
Like, just like Africa, that's one of the biggest gold and golden mines.
Yeah, that's true. To be 16, bro, you pretty smart. For real. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, bro. Don't get...
One more time.
D'Angelo. All right, bro. I'm gonna leave it at that. Brothers, we appreciate you. Give the brother another hand, bro. You did great. You listened to everything we said and you was able to regurgitate it, bro. You got a strong man. He's 16. When he 20, when he get my age and he 26, he gonna be mighty.
That's right.
Right?
If you keep the commandments.
If you keep the commandments. Bro, tap in with us on there, bro. I'm gonna lace you up and we're gonna get right, bro. We're gonna start helping you get your finances, or we're gonna start working on business, all that kind of stuff, bro, for real. We're tapping in, bro. I appreciate you. I'm Mahar, by the way. Mahar. If you find you got social media, anything, I appreciate you, bro. We can cut that. All praises, honor, glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shah. Come, Yashua.
Yeah, it's smart, bro.
Yeah, he was. He was.
Smart.
Imagine, bro, a lot of our people is intelligent. If they was around people, the right people, the right environments, bro, we would produce some crazy intelligent people.
Dude.
We feeding them with the right resources, the right environments, not that many distractions. You know, a lot of these heathens. It's like, you had a point.
Real quick, Captain Jeremiah be going into that. If you research it, geniuses can be created. You can turn your child into a genius, just by the way you bring them up. Certain focuses and geniuses can be created.
Period. Yeah, go ahead.
So I had looked into it. I seen on social media. It said basically the other nations, the white man predominantly. So when they see that their people conquered and did all this, it gave them the younger generation encouragement. Like, hey, I can do something like that. I can be as powerful as that. So if we give our children, the younger generation, what actually was going on, we the ones that conquered, we the ones making the light bulb, doing all this, the phone and all of that. We can give them encouragement and have them know that they can start something as well.
All praise to the Most High. A lot of these Edomites, what they doing with their youth, they don't put them in public schools. Public schools is not really the move, right? A lot of the brothers don't plan on putting their children in public schools. It's really a way difference in what the children are consuming, right? These teachers, not qualified. The criteria, not expedient. But they children, they already they go into events and building connections all the time. They're not just being trained to be a damn employee. They being trained to be an entrepreneur, right? To be business owners. They being trained, and we literally get trained to be monkeys. Let's be honest. We are trained to be employees for them.
Life.
Exactly. To be locked into. That's all we do is get taught some material and try and remember it.
Talk about it.
All of the stuff is just trying to remember it. And what they have us remembering ain't even our history. You got hella vocabulary. That's all they teaching you. They're not really teaching you concepts that's really going to promote our children to being righteous. They teach us a lot of Greek mythology. They teach us a lot of... Bro, I was in elementary learning about a cell. I knew the nucleus, the mitochondria. What is it called? Mitochondria. I knew the whole breakdown of a cell in elementary. That's something that, this is my opinion, that's something that somebody should go to college for. You teaching me how to be a scientist and I'm in 2nd grade?
Yeah.
That's not what I should be learning. That's not what I want my children to learn. They really getting taught a different curriculum outside these public schools. Right? And you got to think about it like this. You're letting, even daycare is crazy. We got to get back to judge in a minute. That's the topic. But daycares is crazy. A woman dropped a baby, a few weeks later, 2 months later, she's literally got to go to work. And she handed her newborn child, toddler, over to a daycare for 8 hours. She don't even know this daycare lady. For 8 hours. You hand your child over to public schools for over 8 hours every day. You don't even know none of these teachers. You don't know none of the students that's there. You don't even know the curriculum they learned. You don't know none of that. That's a curse. That is a curse. Brothers got points. Go ahead.
So, real quick, it really ultimately does go back to judgment. It takes discernment and judgment to see that those things are off. To see that a damn 6-7-year-old shouldn't be learning about the mitochondria being the powerhouse of the cell. It's not going to be useful for him. The other nations, they're not doing that. They teaching their children trades. Now, if they want they son to be like a scientist, then okay then. But that's different, bro. It takes judgment to realize that, though. A wise judge will reform this place, right? A wise judge will reform this place, and that's what the Israelites is going to do. Peace is going to be multiplied in the earth through the wise instructions that we get through the Spirit from Yahweh Shah.
Brother over here had a point, yeah? All right, go ahead.
This is Proverbs 22 and verse 6 in the GNT. It says, teach children how they should live, and they teach children how they should live, and they will remember it all their life. And we know we got to teach our kids the fear of the Lord, how to keep his commandments, and how to have faith in who the word called Jesus Christ, Yahweh Shah. And they always gonna remember that when they get older.
Look at this, y'all. Read that.
It says, rich people often teach their children about financial literacy.
When we in school, we don't learn that. We don't learn financial literacy.
Not at all.
We don't learn that. Go ahead.
It says delayed gratification.
We don't really learn that in school. We don't really get taught about delayed gratification. Go ahead.
That's so heavy.
That's a heavy life lesson. We don't really get taught the biggest life lessons and character development in school like that. That's not really prioritized. They prioritize you learning about their history and how awesome they are. And you need to remember that. And you're going to take a test over it. And whoever is the genius in here, they can remember all of our history. That's what they teach us.
And they're going to give you a star, and you get a green card, and they're going to give you some candy because you did a good job. But it say, in the importance of charitable giving.
We don't learn that. We don't really learn this. You got math, science, history, English. Ain't that the core classes?
And
Say it again.
extracurricular activities.
Yeah, you got some extracurricular activities. You might have a little gym, little PE. You might have a little bit of
art.
You might have a little art. And even in my art class, you learned about they famous people who did art. What else you learn? You might get a little different language.
You learn about their literature. And they showed us To Kill a Mockingbird. They act like that was like glorious. Like, bro, it's not that deep.
Everybody had to read To Kill a Mockingbird. Everybody had to read Anne Frank. You had to read those.
It's not hot.
But when they really gonna teach us our history, they don't prioritize that.
And if they is teaching history, they change the characters of it to make it seem like they're people the ones that did it. They're the ones contradicting.
Yeah. Let's keep going on that though.
They also emphasize the development of an entrepreneurial mindset,
That's what they prioritize. Go ahead.
budgeting, financial planning, and the concept of creating value before focusing on money.
We don't get taught that. We don't get taught that. The rich people, they keep their kids away from what we learn. They keep their children. Our best students in these public schools, they would never let their kids go to them schools and be around them children. Ever. It's not what these rich people are doing. So all of the brothers, if it's possible, you should try your best not to allow your kids to go to public schools. Right? The Bible do say never trust your what?
Your enemy.
So you don't want to give one of your greatest possessions is your children. One of your greatest assets is your children.
Right.
One of your greatest assets is your wife. Same way you shouldn't be just allowing your wife to go work for any and everybody, any and every corporation. You should feel that same way about your children. You should be trying to be an entrepreneur and set your family up for success as a tribe. You see what I'm saying? As a clan, as a legacy. This is what our forefathers would have done. Read Proverbs 31. You see how our foremothers was getting down and active. You see what I'm saying? So we got to actually, they don't let their wives, these rich people, you think they let their wives go out and work for some other white man? You think they're going to let their wife go work for some black guy?
No, never.
Hell no.
That's bad business.
That's madness. So we got to start thinking about that too. We used to have money circulating amongst ourselves. Black Wall Street, that's right here in Tulsa. We can learn a thing or two from what they did. But it's more to it than just knowing. We got to actually be able to put the pieces where they go. See what I'm saying? We here. We right here anyway. We hasten our deliverance. We waiting for a Mashiach. He waiting for us to get ourselves right. While we here, you might as well try and get that business going. You might as well make that investment. You might as well try. You spend money all the time. You walk out of the house, you walk out of the house and you spend $100. You spend 50 here. You waste 25 there. Well, you spend 50 there. Every time I sell a house, I end up having to spend some money. You know what it's like. You go outside the house, you got to put money in the tank. You throw 50 in there, next thing you know, you done bought you some shoes. Look at this new shoes, man. I seen that Vapor Max, man. You gonna spend them? You might as well spend it on something that might have some profit later. If it don't end up bringing a profit, it's okay. Cause them shoes ain't gonna get you no profit either.
God.
You might as well. We be gritting. Ask about it, bro. Look, these right here, I got these from a thrift store for like $20. We out here gritting.
That's right. You can't leave the sauce too hard, bro.
You know what I'm saying? We out here gritting, bro. But guess what? Brothers investing in businesses.
Yeah. That part.
Brothers got an entrepreneur mindset. Brothers finally making a little passive income, a little bit. You might as well do that. You're going to waste it anyway.
Can I add to that? Yeah.
Because I don't want to say it low-key is a doctrine. You got certain men that teach that you shouldn't be trying to start no business.
Right.
You know, you trying to make a life for yourself here in America. Well, yeah. I live in America. Bro, it's certain things that are just wisdom.
Yeah.
It's almost a law that a man should be doing. You have... There you go, Ken. Was you done with that? There's more. So, it's certain things that a man should be doing. One thing, and this may not be, this might sound simple, but like we was just going over, they don't teach this in school. They don't teach this in the home.
Yeah.
For the most part, this is something the world will call common sense. A man has to have an income.
That's right.
That's something that just have not clicked for some men, though.
Bring it
A lot
out.
of these guys walking around, they ain't got no income for real, bro.
Talk about it.
They got no income, bro.
Talk about it.
They don't even see the problem with it. They can kind of get by and But you gotta have income as a man. It's wise for a man to have a business. Something you have set up to where money is flowing to you. What you gotta provide value somewhere, right? It's mandatory. It's wise. That's what I'm getting at. It don't say it verbatim in the law, statutes, and commandments, but it's almost a law in itself. It's wisdom. A man has to have some income.
Con, this is go off his point right here.
Bring it out.
This is the book of 1 Timothy chapter 5 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
But if any provide not for his own, and especially for those of his own house, he has denied the faith.
He did what?
He has denied the faith and is worse than an infidel. So back to what he was saying, you have to bring in income. You have to provide for your family. You have to do something. You have to get off your cheeks and not be a sluggard. You have to put in the work. You have to bring in some income. Take care of your family. He says, or you have denounced the faith and is worse than an infidel, worse than a non-believer.
Right. And that's what a wise man gonna do. That's what a spiritual man is gonna do. A lot of them brothers that's making that position, they trying to sound overly spiritual. Brother, a spiritual man is gonna have a business or gonna have something set up. You gotta have defenses. What if you get fired from your 9 to 5? You ain't got nothing else going on?
Bingo.
You're done for.
Look, talk about that, man. Talk about that.
You're done for.
Hey, pass me the lob.
You want to say something?
Pass me the lob.
Bro, look. Your house, your car note, and it's over, brother. You didn't have nothing to fall back on, bro.
No, yeah, I know. I'm right about that, bro. Nah, for real. Having a stream of income is a surety in itself, bro. It is it's a plan B. It's just a help. You're preparing yourself. It's actually a form of showing strength in your household, because kingdoms run on money. Yeah, bro, if you had back in the day, if you know who was more powerful, it's a lot of politics, and a lot of it was wealth. Wealth was a finance. It's not just the money itself, it's also the discipline, the order, the craftiness, the intelligence to gain it. And also, when you have a business, you don't like losing money. So then you, by force, starts changing stuff. You're like, dang, this kind of irritating. I'm losing money. Why am I losing money? Then you start learning about taxes. Then you start learning about this. It gives a fire. If everybody didn't want to start a business, then you wouldn't have an urge to just go get money. Because we're not waking up the next day and being like, bro, I want to get overtime at my job. Nobody's doing that. Nobody has that fire. Right. But when it's just your thing, it gives you that flame to keep going.
What you get out is what you put in.
Yeah.
But look, check this out. I'm gonna show you why. You should have a stream of income, or multiple, really, because the scripture says it says money is a defense and wisdom is a defense. Now, what is a defense? A defense is something that protects you. Am I right?
Yeah. Right.
A defense is something that protects you. So if you're operating in wisdom, you're moving in the spirit of protecting yourself. You're moving in the spirit of protection. If your only source of income is your 9 to 5 job, and you don't got nothing to fall back on, you don't got no skills under your belt you can make money with, you don't got no other way to make no money, then your house is too weak, bro. You don't got no defense. All the nigga will have to do to destroy you is get you fired from your 9 to 5. If we really enemies, if it's really to that level, and I hate you genuinely,
yeah,
and I wanted to see you fall,
right,
all I gotta do is know where you work. All I gotta do is devise a plan how I'm gonna get this nigga fired. He ain't gonna survive that, because you're not well defended. You gotta set up defenses to protect yourself as wisdom.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 11 and verse 2. Give a portion to 7 and also to 8, for thou knowest not what evil shall be upon the earth. You got it.
Con. Hey, give a portion of 7 and even to 8. What is that talking about? That's talking about have many investments in the earth.
Right.
Because you don't know what's going to happen in the future, bro. You need to have some money put in this. You need to have some money put in here. And what you might like how what's the word? Our forefather Joseph, he stocked up on a bunch of grain because he knew a famine was coming. We don't know what we do as men of the Lord, but we don't know exactly what's going to be scarce for the most part. depending on, I'm explaining it this way. This is how the market works. It goes off of supply and demand. Supply and demand. Things raise in value when they're more in demand and less in supply. So if I got, let's say everybody want diamonds and gold. So the demand is there, right? Because everybody wants it. But the supply is limited. So the value is higher. I can charge you, if I got all the diamonds and gold, I can charge you whatever I want.
Right.
Because you want what I got.
Yeah.
I'm controlling the supply, right? You got to understand supply and demand. That's why it's important to invest in different things, because you don't know what's ever going to be in demand. You don't know what's going to go out of demand. Certain people lose their jobs because their industry is no longer in demand.
Yep.
Certain people lose their jobs. I met this one guy. He told me he can't work from half of the year because the kind of work he specializes in, it's only relevant half of the year. You got to have multiple hustles, man. You got to be able to make some money no matter what the situation is. And my advice is learn skills.
Yeah.
Learn certain skills. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Learn social etiquette. These rich people, they teach their children social etiquette, how to handle themselves in certain settings. We learn that to only a certain degree. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go back to the topic of judging. We kind of segued into this organically, and we finna go ahead and wrap up camp. Brothers, got any last precepts or wisdom they want to pull out? All right, Khan. It was a good camp. We're gonna end it by giving. Did you have something, that one? Okay, Khan. We're going to end it by giving all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shah. Grab Yisrael!
Grow Yisrael!
Grab Yisrael!
Grow Yisrael!
Grab Yisrael!
Grow Yisrael!
Khan, Shalom.